normal resume would get 15 to 20 seconds at most. If it doesn't have impact in 15 to 20 seconds, it's going to go in the no interest pile.
Think of it as your calling card. A lot of times it's the first time that an employer or a graduate school is going to see anything about you.
You want it to look professional. You want it to look neat and orderly. But what's really going to make it stand out is the content.
I wanted to give you some tips on starting your resume. You want to make it easy to read, so I think a font like Times New Roman, something that's very crisp and clean, Palatino. There's lots of fonts. Staying away from a lot of the italics. But again, going back to thinking about the reader. Is this going to be easy to read, and is it too fancy?
You want to stay away from complete sentences. You're being as concise as possible.
Very, very good action verbs. Want to stay away from the passive voice, responsible for planning an event. Go say, planned an event for 40 people or organized a conference that helped students. You have a lot of information on here, and you want to think about making it stand out for the reader.
You need to identify your successes, the things you've done particularly well, and maybe it was a minor thing, but you changed something. You got results.
The ones that stand out, I think, are the ones where you look at them and go, wow, this kid's good. He or she's worked hard. They've had to fund some of their own education. That's a differentiator.
Many students have internships, externships, practicums, experiential learning kinds of opportunities.
A lot of students get very important experience through their activities on campus, through community service work off campus. So we really encourage them to think about having that as a separate section.
Whether it's a club or an organization or a sports team or anything else, they still count.
I had at least 10 versions of my resume. Within the last year, I'd probably put 20 hours into the resume.
It's not that you're going to pull it together the night before there's a deadline, because you need to look at it, you need to have somebody review it.
Getting a resume to really pop is a good thing. I do know at my school they had a place where you could go to get your resume worked on.
I think a good starting point is with their career center. They can get great advice where they can sit down with somebody.
The one-on-one is essential to making one's resume stand out.
That's always my last question to the person that I'm working with is, do you feel good about this?
I'm really excited about what I have on paper now.
Do you feel that it's representing your experiences in the way that you want it to? And always the answer should be yes.